Cowboys are struggling right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy your game day with Prize Picks. It's the easiest way to play daily fantasy sports. Just pick 2 or more players, choose if they'll go for more or less on their stat projections, and you can win up to 100 times your entry. The best part is you can make your picks and submit them in less than 60 seconds. What makes Prize Picks so cool are their promotions like Taco Tuesday, where they discount select player projections up to 25%. That's extra value every single week on your picks. Plus, with quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and tons of players to choose from, it's no wonder that Prize Picks is the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And getting started is a breeze. Just go to prizepicks.com and use code DoubleMove to receive a guaranteed $50 when you play just $5 in lineups. Again, that is prizepicks.com with promo code DoubleMove for your guaranteed $50. Click the link in the description, use my promo code, and start making your picks today. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. The Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb extensions were big talking points all offseason long. Getting those contracts done was obviously important in moving forward with the franchise long term. And that's what teams should do, pay the important pieces, and the Cowboys do it regularly. Recent contracts include Zach Martin, Trayvon Diggs, Donovan Wilson, Terrence Steele. They sign players to contracts. Now, are they always right in doing that? No. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. The Cowboys have a superstar problem. Here is the list of their top 13 players based on cap hit for 2024. We know that the Joneses love talking about how important their cap space is. So let's look at who they're giving all of their money to. At number 1 is Dak Prescott with a cap number of $44.6 million for this year. Now, that is because Dak obviously makes a lot of money in terms of being a quarterback and being the highest paid quarterback. But that's also because the Joneses have insisted on pushing money down the line, and it's gotten us to this point. And then you have Zach Martin at $15.5 million, Trayvon Diggs at $14.1 million, CeeDee Lamb at $8.7, and then from here on the list, Donovan Wilson all the way down to Mozzie Smith are making between $7.5 to $3 million. Trey Lance is even in the top 13 players with a $5.3 million cap hit this year, which is just, it's insane. Now, the real question is, who out of those guys is playing well? We can argue all day long about Dak Prescott, and he's had his good moments this year, but he's also had some absolutely boneheaded plays down in the red zone. He's thrown costly interceptions. He's struggled to consistently move the offense with his arm, and the blame certainly doesn't fall all on him because it shouldn't. But there needs to be some level of elevating the offense from a quarterback that is the highest paid in the league. I mean, Dallas didn't score a touchdown last week against Detroit. And Detroit has been a defense that bleeds yards and points all year long. The second highest cap hit on the team, Zach Martin, had a PFF pass blocking grade of 0 last week. PFF is certainly not the football gospel, but a 0? I didn't even know that was possible, but it certainly is backed up by the tape because he was not good. The all-pro right guard was getting bulldozed repeatedly last week, and I don't know if it's injury related or Father Time is just catching up with him, but having your $15 million right guard getting bullied is not really the spot you want to be in. And then you have Trayvon Diggs at $14.1 million. The guy just doesn't want to tackle. And if you don't want to tackle, you got to be able to cover. And he got beat last week against the Lions multiple times. He probably had the worst game of his career aside from one of his rookie games from 2020. Donovan Wilson is taking up the 5th most cap space on the roster. He's been a guy that struggled in coverage. He's missed tackles. He's misread angles. I don't think he's had a very good 2024 campaign either. I mean, really, it just goes on and on. You have Terrence Steele, who's given up the 2nd most pressures amongst right tackles in the league. Michael Parsons is on here. He's missed 2 games already this year. And sure, when he was on the field, he wasn't awful, but he's a guy that's going to be demanding $34 million a year very, very soon. As I mentioned earlier, Trey Lance is your emergency third quarterback. He is yet to dress as a Dallas Cowboy ever since they traded a 4th-round pick for him. A $5.4 million quarterback that is never going to see the field is just crazy investment for an organization that continuously complains about their cap space. Malik Hooker is on this list, and Malik Hooker is, well, Malik Hooker at this point. Tyler Smith's on here. Now that's a good player right there. Kudos to Tyler Smith. He has had a good 2024. But seriously, out of the 13 highest paid players on the team, you have 1, 2, maybe you can push it to 3. It's hard to nearly impossible to win in the NFL when your top paid guys are not playing well. The guys that the Cowboys are paying the most money to aren't consistent week in and week out. And yes, I agree that it's important to build the roster around those guys. At the same time, you should still expect a certain level of play from Dak, Martin, Lamb, Steele, Parsons, whoever. It's going to be a real struggle when your $34 million receiver and your $60 million quarterback can't seem to get on the same page. And at the same time, your right guard and your right tackle are getting blown off the ball. I did just make a video about how the Cowboys trenches are causing a lot of the Cowboys issues. That is very true. A lot of their problems that we're talking about right now are symptoms of them being bad at the line of scrimmage. And it sucks that 2 guys on your offensive line that are kind of causing those issues are also 2 of the top 6 paid players on the team. And I haven't mentioned CeeDee Lamb yet. He hasn't been awful this year, but he just hasn't been the same player that we saw before the contract. Him and Dak just cannot seem to get on the same page. It's a real problem when most of your top paid players are not playing good. And the hope is, with all of them being veterans, established players in the league, they can start turning it around. Because just like any other team in the NFL, those guys have to make the guys around them better. Am I saying that they can carry this roster to a Super Bowl? Absolutely not. But can they carry this roster to not getting blown out by 40 at home and only scoring 9 points on offense? Absolutely yes. So what do you guys think about the Cowboys' money issues, their superstar issues? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.